so moving into our 10 now.
Moving into our 10. Again, we love movies, so we were able to talk long and hard about our 5 that didn't make it to our 10.
Right.
And with that, Ben is going to take us to his 10th favorite film of all time.
You say 10th, but we're not doing this in order.
Yes, it's not ranked.
It's not in order.
It's not ranked.
So
I just need for my sake, since in the previous round Ben had some that he was not able to show and tell.
Yeah.
It was hard for me mentally to track where we were. So I thought we were done until you said, "Gray, you've got to do your 5th." And I'm like, "Oh,
oh no." Because I've got an
no."
empty stack over here. But yes, we're just gonna go ahead in. I've got 3 or 4 that I think really are probably the top 5. But up until then, I'm gonna save those for last. So I'll start with just the last one on the list, which I do have.
Oh.
Sort of. My 10th best of all time is
the first on your ballot.
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
I'm going with Return of the King. I could very well have cheated and said the whole trilogy.
Would you like me to go grab just Return of the King?
Oh, is that how yours is laid out? Do you have the individual ones?
Yes, since I have I have not seen I have not seen any of the Lord of the Rings films, but since I have the Blu-ray box set of the extended cut, there's a one for each of them.
I'm just gonna hold this.
Okay.
And we can.
And you do want to talk about the full trilogy.
Well,
you're just mainly focusing on Return of the King.
I felt like I had to pick one. I thought about cheating and saying the whole trilogy because when I think about Lord of the Rings, I don't think about I love that. I love Return of the King. It's not like one is really that much better than the other ones, and they all kind of run together for me. It's not quite as segmented as some other trilogies feel. But anyway, so Return of the King is the one that I selected. I could have done the whole trilogy, but I just wanted to pick one. And I think that Return of the King, it is a movie that made me cry. And this was maybe the onus to me adopting my mantra now that I love a friendship movie. If a movie is about the power of friendship and what two people that really care for each other more than anything will do for each other, the extent to which they'll go, that does it for me.
I'm in full agreement.
And so the whole trilogy is, I think these are pretty confidently some of the best movies of all time.
Can you tell me why nobody picks Two Towers as their favorite? I always hear people say Fellowship or Return of the King. Is it just because it's the midpoint, so it doesn't have a satisfying beginning or end? I
think that's probably part of it. The whole point of Two Towers is to kind of bridge the gap between the beginning and the end. I keep wanting to say Twin Towers. Two Towers has
there's the Spider-Man movie is not in my pile.
Two Towers has the battle at Helm's Deep, which is one of the best battle scenes of all time in any film.
That's in that one. Okay.
And so that's the thing is it's not like Two Towers is bad at all. That action scene, battle scene is otherworldly.
Gotcha.
But as far as story beats go, it's not quite as good as the beginning of the story, the welcome to all these characters, and the gripping conclusion.
So you picked the one with famously, as someone who's never seen Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I know Return of the King has been told to me as the movie with 5 endings.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Actually, I can't defend that.
Every time I hear somebody talk about Return of the King, I hear just like the movie ends. And then it ends again.
And then it ends again.
I guess then it ends again.
That must be in reference to all the characters because
could be.
They're all everyone has their own part in this story. No one is like shorthanded, and so I think that must be what that's referring to is how every character has their conclusion.
It's been on my list for years.
Sure.
To the point where I bought the trilogy, and I did buy the extended cuts because I figured if I'm going to see them once, I should see the extended cuts.
I haven't seen the extended cuts even.
And it's another case where every time people are like, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm like, great. I put it in the pile.
Yep.
never wins.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, I don't want to feel that right now.
Kind of like Saving Private Ryan.
Feel
It's
like
a long, dramatic journey.
Yeah.
And honestly, with something like that, what we should do is just plan a day to sit in front of the TV for 10 hours.
You want to watch all of
do
them?
Just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay.
We'll just do that at some point. But
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. To
Ben
a
and
theater
Gray
near
sit in
you.
front of a TV for 10 hours watching Lord of the Rings.
And
they
then
really
that
are,
becomes the movie about our friendship.
and then that's the movie about our friendship. That's It's meta.
Yes.
But yeah, they're just some of the greatest movies of all time. The dedication is unparalleled. I mean, all the work that went into it, the different scenes, the different locations, so many things on location, so many things practical effect, so many minor characters completely caked in hours of makeup, giving it their all. It really is just a testament to the power of passion and dedication to your art.
To all be glossed over with CG puppets 10 years later.
I can see it now.
Now they just make Lord of the Rings movies to keep the rights. Do you know they're making a new one set within the trilogy?
Really? Like a 2.5 kind of thing?
It's basically Lion King 1.5. It's a story that takes place in the middle. I think it's during the events of Two Towers.
Oh, okay.
That just wasn't filmed. And like Elijah Wood's back. Andy Serkis is back.
Oh, okay.
Like everyone's back because
Wow.
it's like set during the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
surprising they
like,
got all those people.
why?
I mean, yeah, why? I can't imagine, but I'm surprised they managed to get all those people back. They're all 20 years older.
They're Weta is gonna make them all look young again.
I guess so.
It's one of those things where like I'm always glad that like eventually every fan base gets their own Star Wars prequels.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, I love that more than anything. Like, oh, and there's a new one coming. And we're all just like, yeah, there's a new one coming. Yeah. You're gonna. Oh, but they're gonna take all the proper time and attention. And we're like, yeah. And they're like, and the original guy is back. And we're like, and the original guy is back.
Right.
And then they watch, and they're always just, why wasn't it as good? You're
How
like,
come I'm sad
you're
now?
like, that's because the original guy had a lot of people that would say no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great point.
So, that's your 10.
What have you got for 10?
My 10 is I'm going to get the obvious one out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
Again, this is unranked.
Okay. It is.
It is a little movie known as Citizen Kane.
Oh, yes.
Because you did peg me on this earlier this week where you said, I bet Citizen Kane's in your pile.
I just knew.
Citizen Kane is in my pile, and anybody who watches the channel knows that nothing is here out of obligation. Citizen Kane is genuinely one of the greatest movies ever made, and I need to explain one of the reasons why.
Yes.
And that is a man named Orson Welles co-wrote, fully directed, fully starred in this film when he was 25. 25.
Very young.
Created. And one of the reasons why people forget he was so young is, one, people looked older then.
It's true.
But he's also in heavy makeup for a majority of the movie.
Okay.
Because it is a rise and fall tale.
Okay.
Of a young man with aspirations to do good gets corrupted more and more with each level of power that he obtains.
Interesting.
And so he basically makes a list of principles and just breaks every single one eventually. You never see the list of principles. It's not like they're cutting back to the document. But you can just visualize how he becomes worse and worse of a person at all stages. It's noted as, I think, the first rise and fall story in film where you see somebody start out good and just horribly corrupt themselves at every single level.
Okay.
The makeup is incredible because you see him play young Charles Foster Kane all the way up to his deathbed.
Okay.
And the makeup is great except for his friend. His friend's in horrible makeup because they keep
well.
cutting. Because the entire plot... Have you seen Citizen Kane?
I've not seen it, no.
There's a plot hole.
Okay.
The movie opens with a plot hole.
Oh, at least it gets it out
Is
of
the
way.
entire movie... It's loosely based on a real man who was the biggest newspaper man. He owned the entire... Basically, it's like equivalent to Rupert Murdoch today.
Oh, okay.
He's
Sure.
basically that level of newspaper baron. He died, and his last word is Rosebud. Nobody's in the room when Rosebud is mentioned, but the entire premise of the movie is that the news team is trying to figure out what does his last word mean.
I tell you, Thompson, a man's dying words.
Where are they? You don't read the papers.
When Charles Foster Kane died, he said just one word.
Rosebud.
And so they just keep visiting with people, trying to figure out what does this word mean. And they don't get the answer. We get the answer as an audience.
Oh, I see.
It's the last shot of the film. We get the answer as the audience as to what it means. And then, but it's just one thing that was like, yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Okay.
He just walks out and like the camera pans over and you see what it is.
Gotcha.
But it's also, it's not really that. It's what that stands for.
Sure. Okay.
But it's the makeup is really good except for his friend, because they keep interviewing his friend, and his friend's like clearly like mid-20s in old man makeup, and he's like, I'll tell you about Charlie, and it's like that's But Orson, it's called the breakfast scene. It's the most famous makeup transition. Is he starts out as like 25, and then every time they cut to the table, he's older.
Oh, interesting.
And the table, you don't realize, is getting bigger and bigger with every scene, to the point where the relationship is over at the end of this breakfast scene. After like many, it's showing it's a montage of various breakfasts throughout the years.
Okay.
You realize that they are seated at the ends of a very long table. Because as they get more power, they move and they get a bigger breakfast table.
Yeah.
And you see her, even though it's like reverse shot. At the beginning, they have no money and they're here.
Oh, it's going back and forth between the two characters.
Yes.
Oh.
And then at the end of the scene, or many years later, and the table's,
it's gotten
very far apart.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting. I mean, this movie, it's very, like you said, it's very obvious.
Right.
It's heralded as one of the best movies of all time.
Yes.
And that being said, having been born 50 years after it came out, it doesn't have as much luster. It's kind of,
people sleep on it.
Yeah, because it just seems like one of those old movies, so to speak. But the way you're describing it, I mean, it sounds... Of course, I never doubted it really was one of the best movies, but it sounds... The things that you're describing, they sound very modern.
It's the only classic movie on my list.
Okay.
Because it's the only black and white movie. It's the only movie on my list before the 1980s.
Oh, really?
Because it feels that much... It feels very contemporary.
Yeah. Even just the plot that you described, it was ahead of its time in that way.
And the thing I really want to point out is, again, as we're talking about the year of the young director that we're heralding here.
Yes.
Is that Orson Welles made this when he was 25, which means he did the War of the Worlds broadcast when he was 23.
Oh, wow.
So, he had already done something that would herald him as, one of the biggest creatives of his era. And then to make this 2 years later. So that's the obvious
Kane.
one out of the way.
Yes, hard to argue against Citizen Kane. I guess in league of... or with obvious movies, I'm gonna say that my next one is Back to the Future.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Back to the Future. This movie is one, like we were talking about earlier, I saw it a bunch as a kid.
Absolutely.
But it just has that much staying power. I think that it is that clever. It's that witty. It feels 80s, of course.
Yeah.
It knows that it's an 80s movie, but it doesn't feel cheesy. It doesn't feel campy. I just watched it this past summer again, and I think it holds up very well. I mean, it's Back to the Future. There's not a whole lot that needs to be said about it, but I think that this movie holds up very well. It's still funny, still beautiful.
Can I tell you, we're very blessed that Universal was in such a terrible shape when they produced these films, because as been talked to death by any film fan, Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale own Back to the Future. They own all of it,
right?
Which means they can't dig up this grave until both of them are dead.
That is a blessing.
So there's no Back to the Future 4.
Yep.
There's no, crappy reboot.
Yes.
We will, as long as we live, hopefully, we won't
Yeah.
have to see somebody else put on the life preserver or put on the white coat.
The life preserver. That's a good point, because one thing that makes this trilogy special, I mean, I think that this is right in line with Star Wars and Indiana Jones as, these classic huge blockbuster trilogies.
Yeah.
This one it remains unmolested.
Entirely unmolested.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a perfect pairing.
Yep.
Of actor and character
It
for
really
all
is.
of our leads.
Mm-hmm. They're all so great.
It's such a shame that Michael J. Fox did not get more movies.
I know.
Had he not fallen ill.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Michael J. Fox.
Oh, for sure.
He's in... It's not a perfect movie. But there's a... Oh God, it might be a Rob Reiner movie now I'm thinking about it.
Uh-oh.
It's a Rob Reiner movie called The American President.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
And the premise is that Michael Douglas
Mm-hmm.
plays the President of the United States as a widower.
Okay.
And he starts to fall for a woman. I can't remember off the top of my head if she's a reporter or she works in government.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie's main premise is just how does he deal as dating someone as the President of the United States?
Oh, okay.
Hence the American president.
Gotcha, yeah.
But Michael J. Fox plays his speechwriter.
Oh, interesting.
So he's a minor performance.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, if you want to see Michael J. Fox in a serious role,
Mm-hmm.
he has so much range in that 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still undeniably a Michael J. Fox performance.
Oh, sure.
Where it's like he had, it's one of those things where just I want to see 30 more, I want 30 years of Michael J. Fox as a character actor.
Yeah, totally.
He got this trilogy, which is such a gift to be the lead in one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I feel like we were really robbed of seeing him as a bit player for many, many years.
Yeah, he definitely could have done more. When did The American President come out?
American President came out, I want to say 93 off the top of my head.
Okay, so not long after this trilogy had concluded.
Yeah.
Doesn't say on here when 3 came out, but it was still in the 80s, I believe.
Now, do you have any more thoughts on Back to the Future 1?
We can move on from Back to the Future.
We do not need to move on from Back to the Future.
Oh?
Because we didn't plan this.
Oh my god.
I am here today to talk about my ninth
Wow.
entry of Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh my.
No hyperbole. Back to the Future Part 2
Wow.
is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is possibly the greatest sequel ever made.
Yes.
Because how many sequels run with the issue of how do we do the same movie again?
Right.
Back to the Future 2 solves that by making that the premise.
Yes.
Of we are doing this entire movie simultaneously with the first film. And when I tell you they had no idea they were making a sequel when they ended the first film, all of the sets were destroyed.
Oh, wow.
So for Back to the Future 2, they had to rebuild all of the sets.
Wow.
And reshoot they basically had to pull up the schematics of where was the camera. If we're gonna have this track with
Right.
where we are, they had to. It would have been a million times easier if they had planned to do that.
Of
It was
course.
entirely unplanned.
Wow.
That they were gonna make a sequel to Back to the Future.
That in and of itself is
And
amazing.
That's what they ended up doing. And I love Back to the Future 2 just because it's my favorite version of time travel.
Oh, sure.
Of if we can go back here, this has happened. But if we go back here and fix that, we'll come back to here. But either
Right.
way, this is the fixed moment in time. Not that wouldn't be possible. You would
Yeah.
you can't go back
Right.
to that moment. They're just it's fine. I love Tom Wilson's 3 performances in Back
Yeah.
to the Future 2.
Totally.
I love him as was it 4? Because he plays. No, I'm counting. I know I'm biffing it a little bit.
Biff.
Because he plays Wimpy Biff in the better 1985. Then he plays Old Biff. He plays Griff, Biff's grandson, and then he plays Tycoon Biff. So I guess that's
Okay.
4.
Yeah, I guess so.
If I count him being like, Marty, you know, like, I'm here to tell your car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's classic.
I genuinely, I hate that Tom Wilson hates this franchise.
Oh, is that a fact?
Because it's the only thing people know him from, and that was basically like Back to the Future is his like second movie overall as an actor. So he's always been overshadowed by it.
Oh, sure.
So he'll be like he's made a YouTube documentary called like I can't remember the name of it, but the premise is that like he's famous but no one knows him. So he'll just like he can never have a quiet moment. Like he'll be at a restaurant and like homeless people will come up to him and be like, you know, like you're Biff from Back to the Future, and he's just like
right.
like yeah, great. Or like he talked about like seeing his mom at the hospital and she passes away, and they're asking him questions about Back to the Future.
Wow.
So they're like taking the tubes out of her and stuff like that. And it's
Wow.
like I can understand that being your burden.
Yeah, sure.
But genuinely, I love Tom Wilson as a performer.
It is incredible.
It didn't make my list, but there is an 80s slasher from around this time called April Fool's Day, where you get to see him be another bit performer.
Oh, really?
He's just like one of the cast in a slasher film, but he's still like he's just so jovial. Like he's just, much like Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Every time I see him in something, I'm like, it's Tom Wilson.
Yeah.
He loves. I mean, he's one of those people who's like very happy with his career. He never. I mean, he's got mailbox money from Back to the Future.
Sure.
But he just one of his favorite things is he just loves anytime they ask him to be a bit role in SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
Because you may have forgotten he's the Tattletale Strangler.
Oh my God! I don't think I ever knew that. Wow.
I love Back to the Future 2. 3 is good. 3 is the weakest by far.
Yes.
But
it's not poop.
No. And then that's one of those things where like when a bad movie comes out and like this is the worst movie ever, and then you apply that title to like Back to the Future 3. I'm like, you need to see more movies.
Right.
Because Back to the Future 3 still gives us a like.
Even if we go with the clear analog of like we talked about bringing these franchises back from the dead.
Right.
Back to the Future Part 3 is a whole lot better than Crystal Skull. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. I love Back to the Future Part 2. I still say it's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, really?
Back to the Future 2 is a movie I have seen more times than anything else.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just because it follows all of the hallmarks of a part 2 of it being, you know, how do we do this again? It's the middle part of the story. It's also the darkest part of the story.
Yeah,
because it goes full Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah.
where it's like everything's terrible. and because we're so low, it really, you know, there's a lot of moments that really get it to a new high.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like and it does perfectly. I mean, they were made simultaneously, but part 2 does perfectly set up so many moments in part 3.
Oh, okay.
Like Biff in the hot tub watching the Clint Eastwood Western for them to repeat that scene.
I'll have to rewatch the sequels. I saw the first one more recently, but I haven't seen part 2 or part 3 in a few years.
I will happily watch part 2 with you any day of the week.
Yeah.
We can both, you know, together we can experience part 3.
There you go.
And being like, you know, like, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not part 1 and it's not part 2.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm not lying to you. I was surprised when I brought over Back to the Future and you didn't grab it. I didn't realize you also had it on DVD.
Trick for you there.
I was just like, oh, that's on.
Here we are.
You pulled it out, and I'm like, he's gonna say part 1.
You're right.
I got him now.
You got me. Yep.